Mike Moore Media.
I'm delighted to be talking with Rebekah Pegram, Public Information Officer for Rockingham County. Hey, Rebekah, we haven't spoken in a while. How are you? You doing okay?
I am. It's good to hear from you. Always good to hear from you.
Well, we appreciate all you do for Rockingham County. And what's on the table today? I know we want to talk about the animal shelter for starters.
Yes, I was actually going to finish on that because it's such a great thing, but I will more than welcome anytime to brag on our animal shelter. They recently had a fall festival and vaccine clinic where over 300 vaccines were given out, thanks to gracious sponsors, several different ones there. But also they had 37 animals adopted in one day, which is huge.
Oh,
so,
that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of furry creatures found new homes this past weekend, so that was wonderful news for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our Rockingham County Animal Shelter doing some really good things all through the year.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so kudos to them. What's next?
Yes, so I wanted to touch base. I know, the broadband initiative that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting ready to we're hit the 2-year mark at the end of January. So I just wanted to brag on our crews and our teams that have been working on our broadband initiative. We are on track to be finished with phase 1 by the end of January, so at that 2-year mark. Currently, we're a little over 60% done with all of the address points that have been identified. And I was talking to Assistant County Manager Derek Southern a couple of days ago, and we are working on gathering information about address points that were not addressed or not touched on in phase 1. So that way, when we get wrapped up with phase 1, we can move right into phase 2, which would be the start of identifying those address points that weren't touched in phase 1.
Yeah, okay. So that's good news. So moving forward in a very positive way there.
Absolutely. Just another step forward to ensuring that everybody in Rockingham County has a chance or the accessibility to broadband internet.
Yeah. And Rockingham County, if I remember correctly, really kind of on the forefront of this, weren't we?
Yes. I don't want to spit out too many facts because I'm not completely versed on it, but I know that we were, if not the first, one of the first counties to do that, but I'm pretty sure we were the first to take on a project of this size with the resources. So, yeah, it's definitely, like you said, a forefront that Rockingham County's doing.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Leading the way again. All right.
Yes,
Always good.
of course.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What else this morning, Rebekah?
Yeah, so I've been working with Todd Hurst, our tax administrator. We are currently doing a 2024 revaluation of property within the county. So just a lot going on with our tax department. Just wanted to let folks at home know that if they see folks like taking measurements or, in their communities, don't be alarmed. It's probably our appraisal company that Pioneer Appraisal. Right now, we're just trying to make sure that our market values in Rockingham County, our property values match the market values. So that's kind of a big project that they're undertaking in our tax department.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and I don't know how often that comes up every X number of years, but so it is time for that again next year.
Correct.
Yeah.
And they're working on that right now. And when I was talking with Todd, it's based off of percentages and it's North Carolina statutes that they have to do it every certain amount of years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that has to be done. And I know that when I was talking with Todd and our previous tax administrator, Mark, we were just talking that, Rockingham County saw that, things are going to be kind of different. Things are going to, we're going to need extra work. The market has been insane the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So they had the foresight to see that it was going to be a bigger project than normal. So they got a head start on it. And so folks should have their new rate cards by end of February, 1st of March of 2024.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, thanks for that update. Okay.
Absolutely.
Anything else today?
Yes, so our Department of Health and Human Services partnered with several local agencies and a company called Crescendo Consulting Group to participate in a behavioral health assessment That was back in the spring of the year, and since, I believe, March up until now, they've been conducting assessments that involve community groups, community talks, surveys, just to see where there's a gap in service for mental health services and resources for our community. All this to say that behavioral assessment is soon to be released. I typed up a press release. It's on our website. It should be on the homepage. I just released it, I believe, a couple of days ago. So if anybody has any questions about that, there's some information, kind of a quick summary of what that, I believe, 300-page report says.
Mm-hmm.
Basically just saying that, the resources and the steps that we can take to better the mental health, behavioral health, and wellness of our citizens here in Rockingham County.
Yeah. I use that news release on my newscast, and I think they had that community meeting at RCC yesterday morning, too, on that.
Correct, they did. I went to that, and it was very beneficial because it was really great to see folks from Cone Health. The school system was there. It was at the Rockingham Community College auditorium, and they had a really great turnout just to discuss, what they found and how to really move forward and use that information to benefit our residents here in the county.
Great. Very important indeed.
Absolutely.
And, let's talk about, I don't know what's next on your list to talk about, but I wanted to talk about for sure the new mobile dental lab. Isn't that exciting?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, it's wonderful. I tell people that my heart lies with children. So anything that can benefit our school-age children here in the county is wonderful. Trey Wright, our public health director, was explaining that, and I've seen it, the mobile dental clinic unit is incredible. It's got, I believe, 2 chairs, fully equipped to service children in the county. The plan during the school year is to take that mobile dental unit to the different elementary schools and I believe middle schools and allow students to come out and see a dentist, see an oral practitioner, just to make sure that their teeth are okay, because oral care is just as important as, eyesight or your overall well-being. And the fact that these kids don't have to miss much school, if they have to miss any school, they literally can just go out into the parking lot. It's wonderful. It's just a great service, and it's a really awesome thing that our public health department has available.
Yeah, glad that's here in Rockingham County now, and this has allowed them to do some preventive services as well. So that's even more involved there.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. What's next, Rebekah?
Yes. So, kind of switching gears, I talked with Rodney Cates, our Director of Emergency Services, the other day, and technically Rockingham County is not under a burn ban right now. But due to the dry conditions that we've had, some breeze, some winds that we've had, our fire marshal's office, in partnership with our emergency services department, is asking folks to not burn anything outside. I know that, the holidays are coming up, leaves are annoying, so you rake them up and then you want to burn them to get rid of them. But our fire marshal's office, emergency services folks are please asking folks not to burn. I was talking with Kate the other day, and any sort of small little spark can lead, and that catches wind, can lead into a pretty substantial fire, which puts a strain on just our volunteer fire services, our, city or municipality services. So just it's a safety thing that our fire marshal's office is asking folks to avoid.
Yeah, and I know they had a number of calls this past weekend, I think a couple of dozen, involving structures and vehicles and all kinds of things. So
correct.
Yeah,
I think it was 27
you're right.
Between Saturday and Sunday, which, that's a lot. That's a ton. I was talking with Rodney Cates about that. And, like I said, these stations, a lot of them are volunteer, and we don't want to take folks away when we don't have to, especially when something's preventable or avoidable. Let's just try and keep our community safe.
Really need a substantial rainfall before we get out of that situation for sure.
Correct. They, Cates extended his statement by saying that, substantial rainfall something to really saturate our grounds and our leaves is really going to be the only time that that request would be lifted. So yeah, and I don't believe that we have any substantial rain in our near future. So
maybe some showers tonight and tomorrow, but may not be enough. It looks like.
Yeah, not enough to prevent some widespread fires.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for that update from Emergency Services. What's next?
Oh, well, that's all on my list. I also just wanted to reach out and think of our veterans. Veterans Day is coming up, so just wanted to extend our gratitude this Veterans Day from Rockingham County, and just to thank all of our veterans for their service.
We had a wonderful, I say we, here in Rockingham County. I was unable to attend, but I've heard so many positive comments about the service this past Sunday. That's always nice at Veterans Park, right there at where you are, at the Governmental
Absolutely.
Center. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Always well attended. So thanks to everyone who makes that happen. Curtis Pierce comes to mind, and many others.
Perfect. Yep, absolutely. And that park is, it's open to the public, so there's a nice walking trail. Obviously, you can look and see all the names that are on the stones out there. My grandfather's name is on that, so it's a wonderful little place for our community to gather and fellowship and remember all of our veterans and thank them for their service.
That's exactly right. I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay. Rebekah, well, this has been great. We should talk more often.
Yes, absolutely. Call me anytime.
Well, you are so busy, and being in the media, I appreciate your work and all of the news releases and all of the information that you get out to us. And I welcome that, and I use it. And thank you, Rebekah. It's always good to talk with you, too. So, we'll talk from time to time. And maybe in the coming year we can set this up more.
Absolutely. That sounds good, Mike.
Thank you. Have a good you get a holiday weekend, so have a good weekend.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
That's Rebekah Pegram. She is Public Information Officer for Rockingham County Government. You can get more information about what's happening at rockinghamcountync.gov.